Hi, in this brief video, I'm going to share with you 5 things to consider when you're thinking about the question, does my child need counseling or could my teen benefit from some counseling? The first thing to consider would be how much is it interfering with their daily functioning? So think about frequency and severity. So frequency meaning how often is the problem happening? For example, if your child is having nightmares, is it something that is happening every night, once in a while, or hardly ever? If your teen is experiencing anxious thoughts or anxiety when it comes to taking a quiz or a test or having a presentation at school, is this something that happens every single time, or is this something that's just happening once in a while? In terms of severity, think about how big is the problem when it's around. Is your child or teen complaining about physical symptoms, headaches, stomach aches, feeling ill, or feeling really nauseous? Is it something that's severe enough where it's preventing them from doing the things that they need to do and want to do? The second thing to consider would be what are their supports, resources, and coping skills like? So in terms of supports, think about what are some other trusted adults that they can reach out to and talk to about their problems or themselves. Is it perhaps a parent or another family member? Maybe it's a teacher or a coach or a mentor. In terms of resources, thinking about what kind of places or things do they do where the problem might not be as severe or might just exist in a totally different way. So are they part of a sports team, or are they part of a club or an organization where they feel better there, or the problem doesn't show up as much? In terms of coping, thinking about what are some of their internal coping skills. How do they manage or how do they handle when they're feeling upset or have anxious thoughts? Are they someone who maybe grabs a basketball and goes to shoot some hoops and then feels better afterwards? They're able to kind of sort through their stuff. Or are they someone who journals or listens to music or has kind of a daily practice of sorts, or maybe some breathing strategies that work really well for them? So just thinking about those. The third thing to think about is my child or teen asking for this support? So if they're not familiar with counseling per se, it might not be a direct request like, I want to go see a counselor. It might be a little more subtle. They might ask. And so that kind of subtle way of asking, the more indirect way of asking, might look like just kind of feeling a little stuck or hopeless, or just not really sure how to manage or navigate the different thoughts and feelings that come up for them. Or not being able to soothe themselves when they're feeling upset. The fourth thing to consider would be what kind of changes or transitions or other stressors are existing in their life that might make the problem worse. So thinking about in our family right now, is there stuff that's going on? Are we experiencing stressors? Is there someone who has died in my child or teen's life? Are we experiencing a divorce or a separation? Is my child or teen struggling with ongoing friendship issues? What are some of those stressors that might be existing in their life right now that might be making the problem feel worse? And the fifth thing to think about would be what are the natural support people saying or observing that might be the same or different from what I'm noticing or what my child or teen is saying or seeing. So in terms of natural supports, I just think about the community of people that we all have in a different way. Some of the people that we might interact with often and that we trust on some levels. So those are the people that might be seeing things that are different. So for example, for your child or teen, that might be some folks at the school. It might be some people at a church or a place of faith that you go to. It might be people that are part of a club or an organization, or other family members that they have connections with. So just kind of considering what is it that they are perhaps noticing or concerned about, or that your child or teen has shared with them that kind of matches what you are seeing, or perhaps a little bit different from what you're seeing. So just to recap real quick, those 5 things to consider when thinking about counseling for your child or teen are: how is it impacting their daily functioning? What are their current supports, resources, or coping? Is it something they're asking for? Number 4, what are some other changes, transitions, or stressors that are going on in my child or teen's life right now? And 5, what are their natural supports saying or seeing that matches or doesn't match what you're seeing. My name is Chantal Cote. I'm a registered psychologist in the province of Alberta. I work with children, teens, and young adults who are hoping to rid themselves of unhelpful, negative, anxious, or fearful thoughts. You can check me out on my Instagram or Facebook page or my website at www.pyramidpsychology.com. Thanks!